Hello everyone, it's Brad here. Hey, thought I would throw a little video together. Never really done one of these before, so I apologize if it's not perfect. Y'all all know how I am about perfection. Um, I was kind of sitting back reflecting today, and I get asked all the time why I chose fitness. And most of the time, I give people a simple answer of, because I enjoy helping people, which is true, and I'm passionate about what I do, and obviously, I like to compete, and changing people's lives is the main reason why I'm in fitness. But I thought maybe I'd just kind of dig a little deeper and kind of let people know where it is I really come from. I don't share a lot of my personal life. I'm not trying to put it all out there tonight, but growing up, my dad was a football coach, and he ran the house kind of like a football coach. If you can imagine, there was a lot of yelling, screaming, um, boot camp type feel to the house. He was the dominant parent. Um, the hardest part about growing up in that household was never being good enough. I always felt as if I wasn't good enough. I excelled in school, straight A's, and was told I could have a higher GPA if I worked a little harder. Um, I remember in seventh grade, I made a 97 on a test, missed one answer, and I come home upset, and my dad said, "You should have made 100." It was never enough, no matter how hard I tried. I played baseball. I grew up playing baseball. I played baseball year round. It was my love. It was a passionate side of me. Nothing could replace the feeling. But he, again, always told me I wasn't enough. Growing up, I'd make the little league all-star team, and I could have went 5 for 5 instead of 4 for 5 if I'd have just worked a little harder. Um, I made the varsity team as a freshman. He told me I could have made it as a starter if I worked a little harder. Started as a sophomore through senior, and could have hit a little bit better, could have done a little bit better, could have had more scholarships if I just worked a little harder. I never felt like I was enough. I never felt like I had arrived. I was always having to strive to be better, which isn't always a bad thing. Um, but as a kid, it kind of wore on me after a while. I remember shortly after high school, I had turned down baseball scholarships and took an academic scholarship. And my dad told me um, basically that I had let him down. I had disappointed him. Um, I wanted a break. I wanted to enjoy being a kid. I was never allowed to go to parties or see friends or have get-togethers or any of that kind of stuff. So, after high school, I just got burnt out. I got burnt out on training year round. I got burnt out on being in shape, trying to be the best, and just at the end of it, realizing that I wasn't. I was not the best. I wasn't as good as he expected me to be. And then life happens. Get married, have kids. I love my kids, but life happens. I kind of let myself go. I mean, I dibble dabbled in working out and training and things of that nature, and it was probably 5 years ago, and I finally kind of took a hard look at what it was I was doing. I own a roofing company. Um, I was working. My kids were doing fine, um, but I had to kind of let myself go. I was sitting about 240, eating McDonald's every day, drinking sweet tea, partying on the weekends, just the normal, what I consider normal life. Eating out every meal, on the go, on the run. I just kind of finally got tired of being tired. I was tired of being run down and exhausted, and I mean, for lack of a better term, I was tired of being fat. You know, everybody can see behind me, I got a picture up here, and it reminds me every day where I come from. But everyone always doubts that I was fat. See that? I was fat at some point. Um, and someone come to me and said, you know what? You don't have to be that. You can still look good. You can still achieve your goals. You can still be better than you are right now. And because I was asking a lot of questions about how was he in such good shape, and he told me, he said, you know, it starts with nutrition. You know, just put your mind to it. Focus on getting back in shape, eating right, eating clean, and I got obsessed with it. I'm not gonna lie, I got completely obsessed with it. I would eat better. I started eating better. I started stopped drinking sweet tea, started drinking more water, started to notice changes in my body, started to feel better again, started to feel healthy, had more energy, um, started to see abs. You know, I hadn't seen them in 10 years, and you know, it just became a good obsession. I wanted to push myself to limits that I hadn't ever done before. So now I was no longer having to prove that I was good enough to anyone. I had to prove it. I was kind of looking to prove it to myself. You know, I was introduced to the competition world as far as men's physique and what it was all about, and from there, it's just taken on a whole new ball game. I love competing. The first time I competed, I placed fifth in a class and fourth in a class. And the first thought was, wow, that's great. How can I get first? How could I be better? Because looking at these guys, it was between first and fifth, I didn't see any difference. So I wanted to know how I could get there. So I started the studying and the training and the learning and taking the test and becoming better at overall fitness in general. Um, and it just continued to be a passion inside of me to want to help other people. I ran across a few people that asked me how I did it. How did I get in shape? How am I doing this at my age? And I showed them, and they started to do it, and they started to get in better shape, and they started to enjoy it, and it was like a underlying appreciation that I got from helping this person change their life. Truly, it's deeper than your skin. Health is by far the most important thing we have, and I've learned over the past 5 years how truly important that is. Um, you know, I started training people a couple years ago, and you know, grew from there to owning my own gym here, Flex 365, and I love it. I love everything about it. I wanted to create a gym that no one else had, and was better and cleaner and more fun, and you know, didn't have all the quirks and the bad things that the big corporate gyms had. And you know, I have a family here. I have a family that supports me. They talk to me. They want to be ask questions, and I enjoy helping them. And you know, it's grown into a team of athletes that I coach year round to do the same things that I do, along with a huge clientele base of training clients that have been with me since the beginning, since we opened the gym a couple years ago. And it's been the most amazing experience I could ever possibly imagine. There's not really words to put that I could put this into. I love it. I love everything about it. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. You know, I sit here now thinking, man, I can't wait to get out on the floor and just see who's here tonight, to talk to a few people, to see the smile on their faces, to assist them with how to do the proper form in bench press or whatever it is that they're doing. You know, I'm always looking at trying to grow and better the gym, better myself, and better others. You know, I I want to thank, all the people along the way that kind of helped push me, including my dad, to always want to be better. Um, if he hadn't and the people around me hadn't pushed me to be better, then I wouldn't have been. So for that, I am grateful. Um, but I felt like it was something I needed to share with you guys, and I do appreciate those of you that are listening. And if there's anyone out there that you feel like could benefit from just hearing my story, please share it with them. Please let me know if there's something I can do. I would be more than happy to visit with and talk to whoever. Um, you know, I'm here to help, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And have a good night.